Hello and welcome to today's August 18th second stimulus check update and second stimulus package update. If you're a subscribed member of my community, then welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now. Okay, now Mark Meadows, who is the chief of staff for the White House and the Republican negotiator, said in an interview what he would like to see this week from Congress and the White House. He said, "Let's go ahead and get stimulus checks out to Americans. Let's make sure that small businesses are protected with extended PPP and put the postal funding in there. We'll pass it tomorrow. The president will sign it." I look at this as the White House holding up a sign of the exact deal both parties are wanting that could pass this week. Right? These are the where they have common ground. So stimulus checks directly to the people is the fastest way to put money into the economy. Then small businesses receiving additional PPP money allows businesses to retain employees and start the hiring process, which would get jobs going again. And then money for the post office so that no one worries about whether the election by voting will be able to happen. I think that this is a great proposal and something that they said that they would get done this week and sign this week if Congress can come together and put this bill together. I'm hoping that Republicans and Democrats will see that this is a bill of common ground, right? I know they still want to work out the state and local government. I know they still want to work out food stamps and money for the schools and the post office, but like these are areas that there's common ground, right? Checks to the people and PPP money, and then they're saying, hey, we're willing to throw in funding the post office and get that off the plate, right? So anyway, I think it's a clear signal from the White House to Congress that this is something that everyone could get done. This would be a win-win-win. Okay, now if the House of Representatives is going to do this emergency come back to Washington movement to fund the post office, they might as well get some things done for the people while they're back in Washington. Otherwise, I feel like it's just them signaling that we want your vote, but we don't really want to help you. So I'll be very curious to see if they only come back for the post office situation, which the White House is already willing to put money towards before they're even back on the ground, right? So, but what they want to see is we will help the post office if you will step up and help the people. So hopefully they will. Now, ironically, the bill that they are coming back to Washington for is called the Delivering for America Act. And you know what would be a great way to deliver for America? Get those stimulus checks out that you've been dangling since the month of May. You guys promised these checks. Please fulfill on those promises. Again, I think both parties are to blame in Congress, the Republicans and the Democrats. But the White House is now signaling, hey, here's a bill that we could all come together on and complete right now. Let me know in the comments, do you think leaders will come back to Washington and only handle the post office funding situation? Or do you think that they'll actually come together for the American people and get something passed in the month of August? Again, let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, will you give it a like so that YouTube will share it with others? And please share this on social media. Okay, now regarding unemployment and the $400 boost on top of your state unemployment benefits, from what I'm reading, most states are planning to start these additional benefits the week of August 29th. Now that could change, but again, from my research, this is what I'm reading. $300 would come from the federal government, and then it will be left up to each state whether they chip in that additional $100 per week. Some states are saying that they do not have the extra money to chip in that $100. However, Vice President Mike Pence held a phone call with all 50 governors, letting them know exactly where there was around $80 billion already voted on in the original CARES Act in the spring that they had permission to tap into in order to make this happen. So if it doesn't happen, it's kind of like turning a blind eye to $80 billion that's already been assigned. Now, Senator Barrasso, on the stimulus topic, said he believes that Democrats don't really want a deal. He said the Republicans want to find a path forward, but that the Democrats continue to set roadblocks. Senator Barrasso continued by saying, as they speak with constituents, meaning the people that he's speaking with, they want to go back to work, they want their kids to go back to school, and they'd like to see more testing so that the economy can reopen. He also said President Trump had no other option but to sign these executive orders for the people because it looked as if there was going to be no deal until September or October. The reporter then asked Senator Barrasso to elaborate on why he felt the Democrats didn't want a deal. He cited the fact that the New York Times, which tends to lean more Democratic, said that the HEROES Act was more of a messaging document than an actual bill for the people. Again, both sides are blaming, right? Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi then countered by saying, no, it's the Republicans that are holding it up. So again, the point of today's update is that the White House has signaled we want money for the people in the form of direct stimulus checks. We want PPP to support small businesses, and we're willing to fund the post office. Let's get this deal done this week. Let me know in the comments, do you think that this deal is a good deal and do you think it will pass? Or do you think it's a bad deal and won't pass? Or is it a good deal but still won't pass because Congress can't come together? Let me know in the comments. All right, now the winners of last week's contest for $1,000 have been announced and they've all been contacted, letting them know that they were one of the 20 families selected for the $50 giveaway, excuse me. So if you were not emailed, then you did not win. So please stop emailing me to see if you were a winner. But I will tell you this, if you weren't a winner, then tomorrow on my YouTube live show at 9 p.m. Eastern, I am going to announce another contest and the details for how to enter into that contest. My wife and I want to continue to help as we can support people in our community. So more details to come tomorrow on my YouTube live show. All right, I just want to remind you that you are amazing. I appreciate you being in my community, and I'll see you on the next video.